I guess I could remove you. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Occasionally Posh. Sorry. Everyone that's joining in, please say hello. Let us know you're here. If you're watching this later, still say hello. And let us know you watched us later. We truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see somebody has joined. Please say hello. Let me know you're here. So I ain't alone. Am I alone? Chessie B had to go take care of some business. I say that like you. I said that like you was going to the bathroom or something.
Right.
Not this time. Typically, maybe,
but not right now.
Not this time. Hello, Vern. Thanks for joining. And he on time tonight. Look at you.
Yeah, Vern, we've been missing you, Vern.
And happy birthday. Today's his
Happy
birthday.
Is it? How did I miss that?
Chess, say happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to you.
Why she sound like the drunk aunt at the cookout? The one you be like, sit down, just sit down.
the one you be waiting on to get up, be like, yes, let her get up so she can try to sing some Tina Marie or something and say horrible.
I can't. He said he had class is over. Then he said, don't quit your day job.
Hey, listen. If I had some auto-tune, some good auto-tune, I would quit my day job and sing.
I can't. Anywho, thanks for joining. So good to see you. I guess we'll go on and play the video and get started. As we play it, please share the live. Oh, Lord. Please share the live. Thank you. Hello.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to put my earrings in. Welcome to Occasionally Posh, where we enjoy life, laughs, and shenanigans. I am your girl, Miss Chastity B.
And I'm Sunshine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in to another night. And thanks for everyone who sent us these topics. We literally only found maybe one of them because we had so many people hit us up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you guys so much. Say hello. Let us know that you're here. And we always start with the foreplay. And Chastity B has a video.
Shout out to the girl who took that man off my hands because now I'm stress free. My pH balanced. My credit score went up 31 points. My skin is clear. My eyes is dry. My ass is up. My face is down. Bitch, everything is great. High five, sis. You took one for the team. For real.
I just thought that was funny because, people be thinking just because they took somebody from you that they better than you. And you be like, no, baby. He was a headache. So thank you.
Right. The fact that you proud about taking somebody, period, is crazy to me. I mean, everybody human and them does some dumb stuff in their life. So I ain't saying you're a bad person. You might be bad in that moment. But to do it and be proud about it, at least be embarrassed or ashamed.
Right. Lord have mercy, these kids. But yeah, I agree. Like, ma'am, my face is clear. Not right now. I got a bump right here. I don't know where it came from. I'm too old to be having acne, and I don't eat sugar and sweets. What do you want, baby? Hold on, let me mute myself.
I need your car keys.
And he ain't got no clothes on. All right. But yeah, what y'all feel about it?
Look at it.
What y'all feel about it? People stealing people man and being proud about it. boasting about it. Or men stealing women. You know, it goes both ways. We don't want to discriminate. It goes both ways. All right, mine is a question. It's a question. What would you do if your child was not waved at or spoken to or acknowledged or hugged at a children's park?
Girl. So we're gonna go ahead and delve into Sesame Place. Listen, I was gonna send that to you, but I was like, we got enough on the agenda, and I was like, so whenever I first seen the first video, I was like, okay, but then I didn't see the initial video, I guess, that was put out, and to me, it looked like the doggone character. Seriously, Katie, it looked like the character smacked at the child. So that right there pissed me off. I'm okay with you not shaking my kids' hands. I'm okay with you not waving at them. But baby, what you're not gonna do is act like you're gonna slap them.
Right.
Because then it's gonna be some smoke in the city.
Right. It's too much evidence out there, especially this character Rosetta or whatever the name is. They somebody call her racist Rosetta or something. I don't know. But it seemed like she had a lot against.
Is it that charger right there?
She seemed like they had a lot against her in particular. Of I don't know if any of y'all have seen the videos, but this video's going around because it's some place called Sesame Place that I ain't even never heard of. That's somewhere in Philadelphia, and the I guess they consider actors. Tiara told me that because I didn't know they consider actors, but the characters who are playing the actors who are playing the characters, some of them are waving to the white kids or the white parents and then bypassing the black kids. Some of it is just them not acknowledging them at all. Some of the videos, I think one they showed that one of the characters went, I don't know if you seen that, went up and bumped the child and like budged it over or something. Yes. And then one like almost like did emotion. Originally it said slap the child, but I think like Chastity said, it was just the motion of slapping the child. But all of the aggravated stuff is against the black kids, but the white kids and the white parents are getting hugs and stuff. So
right.
So I'm not stupid, and I don't think they have. Number one, it may be a case that it's hard to see the kids. I never had a costume on, so I can't say that. But the evidence is not looking that great.
Looking too good. It's not looking too good.
Right. And then number two, you could at least wait, even if you can't hug every child. One of the podcasts I watched, I was just watching it. She was making a good point. Mickey Mouse may not hug every single child, but he gonna wave or acknowledge every single, even if he ain't seeing, he probably just hearing a child. And just
hey, back there.
So it's like we ain't saying you can't. I mean, it might be a place where you can't actually hug every child because you would just be there all day and night. But
can't use that as an excuse because, baby, let me tell you, when I ain't got both of these contacts in, I can't see. And people be like, hey, Chassie. And I'm like, who the hell is that? Hey, I'm just waving in the direction that the hey came from. I might didn't even see you, baby. Because this right contact, it comes out whenever it wants to. And I can't see. But I wave in that direction. Rosita, your racist ass could have waved in that direction.
Right.
You heard that baby right there. When you gonna do this and say that you was trying, what was the statement? It was something about she was trying to brush somebody off that wanted her to hold the baby so they could record it or some mess like that. But your gestures don't make sense to that scenario.
Right. It don't. And what made it, I don't want to talk about it all night because we got too much to talk about. But what made it even worse is that Sesame Street made a statement, was like, pretty much, we don't know them. They like, we sorry that it happened, but we don't know them. So that to me also says that they acknowledging that it ain't right. They ain't saying that,
but I think initially they wasn't going to really take no actions until all these other videos started coming out. And I think I saw somewhere where somebody was like, well, if y'all thought there was an issue, why didn't you say anything then? But they probably took the video, didn't really think about that their child was being targeted,
right?
Or purposely ignored until this came out. And they're like, you know what? I remember when we was
right.
And this happened to Lil CC. So let me go ahead and post my receipt. Doggone it.
Exactly.
But I hope that Sesame Street does what they're supposed to do. I feel like Sesame Street is really good. For the most part, Sesame Street is very inclusive of
Yeah,
everybody and
they
everything.
are.
So I'm hoping that they do what they're supposed to do.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Vern comment. Yolanda said hello. Hey, Yolanda.
Hey girl,
TT, aka Tierra, said,
hey
hey y'all,
T.
hey y'all, hey. Vince said tomorrow, now I promise you might need to go ahead and cuss her out today. I know that's right. I know that's right. And Tierra said, not little CC.
Not little CC. No, ignore little CC. Doggone it.
Straight up ignore little CC. I can't. It's just a terrible how I mean, I don't really know the true story if it's true racism or not, but like I said, the evidence don't look good. But even to the kids though, like why you even gonna take the job if you can't be inclusive to every child?
Right. Because you listen, this is something that I always say whenever it comes to jobs. Don't just take a job because the money is good. I
Right.
say that to CNAs. I tell people all the time. Somebody be like, "Oh, just go be a CNA." No, baby, no,
Mm-mm.
because you have
Mm-mm.
to deal with rude old people. You have to actually love what you do.
Mm-hmm.
When you work as Sesame Street people, you're gonna deal with some disorderly kids. You're gonna deal with some kids that's gonna get on your nerves. That's gonna be like, Rosetta, Rosetta, Rosetta. It's aggravating. I understand,
Wouldn't be
but
me.
baby, you have to love kids to do that type of job.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take something just because the money is good, because the
Right.
money ain't always that good.
Yeah, and it ain't. Tierra looked it up when we was talking earlier, and she was like, those jobs can, depending on where you at, can range from $13 an hour to $18 an hour. That ain't enough
See,
to be out there
that
in
ain't
that
enough.
suit all day long in the heat, dealing with all them kids. No, wouldn't be me.
Mm-mm.
I know somebody got to do it. Don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't. You bet.
Ain't
That's
me.
one of them jobs. That's like a teacher. You got to love to do it. That ain't one of them you just taking to be taken. Because neither one of them make enough
Exactly.
money.
Exactly.
Neither one of them make enough money.
Exactly. You got a little CC and little Raekwon, and you also got a little Peekaboo Street. You got a little
I'm good.
you got the little all races.
Sorry. I'm done. I'm not. Little peekaboo. I'm done.
Y'all remember Peekaboo Street?
I
She was that I can't remember. She did something the ski thing. Y'all remember Peekaboo Street? I
don't
guess I'm
know that.
showing my age. I'm showing my age. So she was a Olympian. I want to say she did like snowboarding or something.
Mm,
But anyway, she didn't have a name. Her parents didn't name her whenever she was born,
mm,
and they was gonna let her choose her name on her own. And something happened. I can't remember exactly what happened, but they told her to choose her own name, and they
mm.
stayed on Peekaboo Street, and that's what she chose as her name.
I am done. Why? Okay. On to the next. I can't.
WPS. WPS.
Right. Exactly. Well, speaking of just weird behaviors, I know. I think you and somebody else both had sent this story about a man. Oh, I don't remember. Somebody said man pointing a gun because he was holding the door for somebody and didn't say thank you. So the the headline says man arrested for pointing a gun at women who didn't thank him for holding a Family Dollar door. So it's pretty much what it says. 25-year-old in Connecticut. He was trying to be nice and courteous, wanted to hold the door before two ladies. They just walked on in, didn't say nothing. And he said, you ain't gonna say thank you. And he pulled the gun out on them. How you go from doing something nice and then I don't know. But next thing
I'm
no
sorry.
Family Dollar, Family Dollar called the law, and the man had actually left the store, but they found him around the corner, so they charged him for, of course, pulling a gun on the women, and also for having a gun without his permit. So, what would you do? Somebody pulled a gun for you because you didn't say. I mean, I think it's in our nature to say thank you automatically, but do you think that warrants the gun being pulled? Because some of the comments on the post said, "I understand why he did it." I'm like,
But so that means that okay.
and it was
If
women.
y'all
I just want to throw that out there. But go ahead.
see females, y'all be getting on my damn nerves sometimes. Y'all be trying to cape for these men sometimes and be sounding so stupid. If you
Mhm.
want to do something nice for somebody, you don't do something in the regards of getting rewarded for it. If you are truly a good person, you're doing it because you're a good person. There's been times when I held the door open for people and they done walked on past me. Does it warrant me to pull out a gun on them and say, you could have said thank you? No, I'm just being nice. Am I going to step back and be like, well, the bitch could have said thank you? Yes, I am.
Of course.
However, my being nice doesn't warrant you to accept or whatever. Say thank you
to react
to
the
my
way
niceness.
I want you to react.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, child. I probably would have fell out and died if he had pulled the gun out of me.
Asthma would have been all the way tore up. Inhaler in sight, okay? Inhaler in sight. Okay.
Because I done started taking that inhaler inside with me, baby. I was somewhere during COVID. I can't remember where I was at, but something happened inside of the store. It wasn't nothing that was real crazy, but it kind of shook me a little bit, and I kind of walked a little fast to the other side. And I was like, oh shit, I should have left that inhaler in the car.
You can't keep up with a debit card, but she's gonna have an inhaler.
The inhaler is going everywhere.
I tell you, yeah, I agree with you. I feel like you're supposed to be nice because you're a nice person or you're a kind person. Of course, it's in our nature to want to be acknowledged or to be thanked or to be recognized or whatever the case may be. But we live in a tough world and that ain't gonna always happen. So now you're gonna sit in prison or in jail, especially as a black man, for something that's so trivial or so small as this. And it ain't gonna be, I promise you, it ain't gonna be worth the time.
And they might have said thank you. You just didn't hear them.
I mean,
they might have did a smile and nod, because sometimes I do that. Somebody open the door for me, I'm like,
That's that southern. That ain't gonna work on north. They're gonna cuss you out, okay? You go to New Jersey if you want to, they're gonna think something wrong with you.
Oh, crazy bitch.
But it definitely doesn't warrant going to prison for. And I mean, if he pulled out a gun so easily just for something like that, I imagine. I mean, I don't want to discriminate by no means, but he probably already got a couple of charges on his bill for something. So it's like, why build some more case for that? Like,
right?
It ain't worth it.
I wish that I had sent you this video that I saw the other day. That well, no, it was a post that one of the ladies cousins had posted, and he said that it was something along the lines that they didn't believe that women got targeted whenever they tell men no.
Really?
Whenever we're out dating not even dating, whenever we're out at a restaurant or something and a man approaches you and something bad happens because you said no to them, and he was like, he didn't believe that was true. I wish I could have showed that. But this right here just proves that because I didn't say thank you, so you're upset. You're gonna pull a gun out on me.
You're gonna pull a whole gun out on me. Oh man, well, I also wanted to show this thing that the lady had sent us or whatnot, and it's pretty lengthy, so I'm gonna try to just read it really shortly. But pretty much it's this lady who made a post on Facebook, and she's saying that if she knew what she knew about motherhood, it would have never been on the table. She despised motherhood. She hate that she loses sleep. She hate cooking in the evening. She hate having to find snacks and make bottles and change diarrhea diapers. Being a mother is not aligned with her soul's purpose, and that is why before we have children, it is important to get to know yourself. If I would have taken the time to truly understand who I am and the things that bring me joy, being a mother would have easily been taken off the table. It baffles me how women can sit up and have multiple kids by multiple men, knowing dang well they hate that. Ain't no baby cute enough, sweet enough, pure enough for me to do it again. I enjoy my freedom way too much. Now that she's here, I'm going to stick beside her because I've chosen to take on this task, and I have put my feelings of being a misaligned mother to the side to give her an optimal life and have well-being. Her only goal at this point is to raise a high vibrant child into an adult. Blase. I also listed in a babe. She also has a good tribe that picks up when she left off. She's grateful for the dad, etc., etc. She also said, I would not recommend motherhood. I give it 1 star, and I definitely don't recommend it to people that are in trauma bonds, hoping that it will hold some S together, which I would guess happens to be about 80% of our population. Close your legs and go within before you decide to have a child, or you will continue to reproduce your traumas and low frequencies into the universe. So how you feel about it?
Baby. So it was one part that I wanted to say that I didn't agree on. I can't remember what it was right now. But for the most part, parenting is hard. Being a mom is hard. Even if you have a great support system, a good mate or husband, boyfriend, co-parents, and even if you have all of that in place, being a
Right.
mama is hard. And I don't think we realize how hard it is until we actually have the kids.
Right.
And then you're like, oh my God, this is stressful, baby.
Right. Right.
I agree. I agree with her. But I would do it again.
Yeah.
If I had the choice, I would always do it again. I
Yeah.
love my kids, but I ain't gonna lie. The first 3 years, I feel like I just floated through life. I was like
Right.
a little ghost, just floating around, looking at me, make it through life. It's rough, but baby, I wouldn't change it.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree with you. I mean, you know, it is hard, don't get me wrong, and I'm glad she is making the decision to raise her child. But if she is fit, the only thing that I don't like about it, I truly agree with what she's saying. Being a mother is hard. It's not for everyone. Some of us, including me, didn't even want kids until I got pregnant and had a child. And even during my first pregnancy, I was depressed the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. But whenever I had him and he came on the earth and I seen his smile and I felt the love, it made me do what I needed to do to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand it. I feel like some of the wording of
Could have
it
been
makes
better.
it weird. It could have been a little better. It sounded like she was very frustrated for her to be super comfortable with putting it on social media as well. It's like I would be worried that 10 years later my child would see that and be like, well, dang, you only got me because you had to. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's the piece that I don't agree with. But I
Right.
do agree with the fact that a lot of women out here mothering have some days they don't want to be a mama.
Child.
Let's just be real. There'll be some days I want to put in my 2 weeks notice. Okay.
Listen.
They don't accept the notice, but I'll be like, woo.
Listen, the other day I was at my breaking point. I'm trying to school shop. So school came around fast as hell. My kids go to year round. So, school came around fast. And I was like, holy shit, I got to buy school clothes. These kids done grew in 2.5, 3 weeks, 2-3 shoe sizes. Plus, I signed them up for football. So I had to buy all their football stuff, had to pay all the bills and all this kind of stuff. And when I tell you the other day, I was just stressed. And I was like, imagine you having this job and not having to pay for all this shit that you're paying for, all this kid stuff that you're paying for. And then by yourself at that. I will say, my tangent was more because my baby daddy ain't doing shit. And I'm just going to go ahead and just say it because fuck you and your feelings at this point, and fuck everybody else that has something to say about me and whatever. Fuck y'all, because ain't nobody helping me. So I was stressed out this last week because I had to buy all this stuff. Plus my birthday came up. I wanted to celebrate my birthday. And it came to a point where I started pinching pennies and had to pull from my savings account and all this kind of stuff. And I was pissed the fuck off. And I feel like I took it off on them. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't want to cuss. But I feel like with us driving around, I took it out on them and I was stressed out and I felt the way that she felt at that moment. And then I had to go back and get myself together. I had to apologize to my kids because I did cuss them out because they made me angry during our rides around. And I apologized to them and I was like, mama just wasn't having a good day, but I'm back. So I get it. And a lot of us don't have support. Not like we want to, or not like people think they are supporting us.
Right. Right. And even when you have, I mean, I have plenty of support. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been on the spectrum when I had no support at all, and I'm now on the spectrum when I have plenty of support because I have a husband and my family and all of them do their part. So I can't complain. Um, and it's still hard. Like she said in the post that she has dad and he does his part and things of that nature. But with all of that says, we have to acknowledge that even if you have a husband and a wife in the model family that people saying, a lot of the stuff still falls on the mom. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that the parents have to do and things that's going on and things of that nature, mom still does a brink of that on top of trying to take care of herself, on top of working, on top of making sure everybody have, like, mom is thinking about, I done said this before, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, when dad thinking about A and G. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't saying neither one of it is wrong, but it gets hard and we
It gets
human.
hard. It gets hard.
And if anybody who's gonna down somebody for expressing that, when most of 80% of us probably do feel this way on some days, like I said, I wouldn't have worded the way she worded it, but I get it.
Right.
Somebody said in the comments, being a mom can be ghetto. It can be, yeah.
2.5 stars out of 5. 2.5 stars.
Depending on the day, okay? Depending on the day. When your son, you telling your son to do his homework, and he said, "Now I know how slaves felt." You know what I'm saying? You be return to sender. Return to sender.
Lord. And then other days they come in and be like, "Mama, you so beautiful. I just love you." And you just like, "Oh, this is it. This is why I became a parent."
I can't. I cannot. Oh man, well I commend her for expressing her true feelings. I wish more people would do it. Maybe people would feel more comfortable with being themselves if everybody just be themselves. Right. That's all I got about it. I mean,
and also I want to say that her post could be like some postpartum depression, and which a lot of people don't even understand that they are going through or had went through. And I hope that her family and her tribe read that and they are stepping in even more. Because like I said, sometimes even when people think that they are helping you and are stepping up, they really aren't stepping up the way that they think that they are. And
that you need, I ain't gonna say
that you need them.
Say that you need them to. Right.
Yeah, that you need them to. Yeah, that's better.
Right.
So I'm hoping that those people in her life has came in and stepped up a little bit to what she needs more and or helping her. And I hope that she goes get the therapy that she needs, because
it's hard out here for a pimp. Right. It's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, we're gonna take this time. We're gonna go on to the topic of, multiple people sent us the Kim Burrell situation. So I'm gonna call this the commercial break because the video kind of long, but we're gonna take a little commercial break and play the video and then reflect.
Knocking at my door.
Somebody knocking at your door. All right. And reflect.
Here tonight.
Yeah. So here we go.
Choose up. Find you some value. Sometimes before we get friends, we have to do an interview. How long have you been broke? How many times have you changed your name on your light bill? How many of your bills in your little cousin's name? Do you live in a trailer home or a house? You understand. And it's not about status or material things. It's just about choices. Life is different now. And, we are at church. Thank God we're here. Those of us who are walking by faith without a mask and no vaccine. And so we honor the Lord. God is good. I respect all of the men of God here and respect you. Can y'all clap so I don't feel strange right about now? Hopefully we'll get a chance to meet each other when y'all invite me to come to your church. I'm not as expensive as I seem. And so, I don't know, maybe you got a little left over from your PPP loan. Prayer, praise, and power. You understand? Amen. Isn't the Lord great? Amen. Amen. And so, You know, I like coming here because the ground is already tilled with great personality like Dr. Karn. Because one thing I love about him, he's deep in the word, but he knows how to have great humanity. And most don't understand his personality because he is truth personified. And he tells the type of truth that makes most uncomfortable. Because who likes to be told you're just ugly? No one likes to be told that. You know, especially when they have realized it. All right. Most don't get offended until they know the bad thing about themselves. And then somebody else recognizes and says, oh, I saw the ugly too. I just wanted to let you know. So anyway, y'all get that later. God is great. All of you are beautiful. I haven't chosen anyone to be ugly yet. God is good. God is great. You all look great. Most of you have on hats covering most of that anyway. Here's to you. I have a great personality. Okay, I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing. Daily I shall.
It's your face for me. Woo! What's your thoughts?
I want to hear your thoughts first, but I do want to say I have not liked Kim Burrell since I saw her on Sunday Best, and she was rude as fuck. AF, excuse me, rude AF on Sunday Best, and I have not liked her, followed her, listened to any of her music, look at her social media, like nothing, because that's one of those people that hide behind church and justify their rudeness because I go to church, baby. This is the Lord speaking. No, that's not the Lord speaking.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty good, excuse me, at separating somebody from their music. So I can still listen to her music, but not like her. So I do that. But her persona can come off very rude, and I felt like she definitely did not present herself in a manner that made sense. It for some reason, for one thing, you was there to sing, so why was all that even necessary? It's
So
like,
I
man,
will
you just
say,
comfortable.
I did watch the video leading up to that point. I watched the YouTube leading up to that point, and I was gonna send it to you, but it was too long. But anyway, she had Tyrese there with her. Apparently, whenever she was on her way to Charlotte, Tyrese had called her and said that he needed to talk to her, and she told him to just come on and pull up. So they got on the plane. They came to Charlotte. He came to church with her. Before that, the pastor that's at that church had said something about you need 5 different friends in your life, and he named all these friends. And she said that Tyrese was 4 of those friends that she needed in her life. And the 5th one was Jesus. So that's why he wasn't the 5th one. But she said that he was the 4th. He was 4 of the 5. And then that's whenever she goes on to say what she says. I feel like she started off really good in her message, but then she turned it around and made it about financial status and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, does somebody have to live in a big mansion in order to be a good person? No.
They don't. I just don't feel like, I mean, even with you saying that, I still don't feel like it was necessary or relatable to what the message was supposed to be. So now it's like you just talking out the side of your neck for no reason. Like I don't know. And then, a lot of people hate for you to say this, but it's true. When you are called to ministry, or you saying that you are called to ministry, then you have to be, or I ain't gonna say portray, but you have to be in a special place with the Lord, in a special place in your ministry, where you act accordingly to that would not be something that would embarrass him. Now, I'm not saying you're not gonna be human and you ain't gonna have human moments, but as long as she's been in ministry, there's no need for her to still have these moments to that extent.
Right, because it's constant. It's not like this is something new.
It was unnecessary, right?
This is something that you constantly do. Like every once in a while, her name will come up where she's being rude, and then she has to come back and apologize for it. And it's just like, at some point in time, ma'am, are you here because this is your ministry? Are you really doing this because you love God? Or are you doing this because the money is good and this is what's bringing in your money? Because I'm not gonna lie, Kim Burrell, she can sing her behind off
and can, but that don't mean you're called.
Which doesn't mean that that's your calling, baby.
which Vern said helpful. And then Tierra said that was ugly, and he said the devil called her, not God. And then he also said, and then Tierra said, everybody ain't called as they say. I mean, that may be the case. Maybe she just ain't called. But then why does she continue to get booked or continue to get asked? I wonder. Do people are not really in ministry, not really booking you for ministry at this point, or are they booking you for a name?
For the name. And then that church, that pastor, he was shady as I don't know what leading up to that, because he said some shady stuff in the video that I watched. And then when I was going through looking at the comments, they was like, oh, this is always him. He's always done this type of stuff. So she felt that it was okay to say that because of where she was at or whatever. So I don't follow him. I don't know who he is.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Right. But this is why people don't like to go to church.
Right.
And then the people that's in the church, they be like, well, I don't understand why don't nobody want to come to church. Because y'all talk like this. This is not okay. It's not okay. And they teeter between the line of speaking the truth and being rude. And a lot of the times, church people, they take their right foot and step right over rude, right over to the rude point. You can say something in a nice way and get to your point and not be rude about it. They be rude.
Right. It's also, well, number one, if it's done in the spirit, then it wouldn't be rude in the first place, which means no, that's coming from your flesh. And number two, it's about timing. Everything is about timing, the right place, the right time, and it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. I don't know why people can't learn this. It don't matter if you mean everything. If you could love the person to death, you could really truly want to help somebody, things of that nature. But if your delivery stink, they not gonna receive it. And number three, you just a guest, Kim. That is not your church. Stay in your lane.
But but
what that says to me is that her and Pastor probably done already had a conversation. What it said to me.
That's what I was gonna say. The pastor pretty much it was something about people joined the choir that couldn't necessarily sing, and he told the choir director to let them stay in the choir, and somebody else was supposed to come too that I guess was supposed to sing with them, and he was like, let them stay in the choir because whenever he come, he gonna tell them that they need to move to the back. That way they know it ain't coming from me. Girl, when I tell you toxic. And then it upset me whenever I went and saw the video and I saw that this is who Tyrese is using as his mentor. Yeah. Because this is not the first time that Kim Burrell has been toxic, has said things out the side of her neck. This is the person that's supposed to help build this black man up that's been crying out on the internet for years. Been crying out for years, and I pray for Tyrese.
I mean, but that makes perfect sense though, because what Tyrese be saying in his videos, don't be wrong.
Right.
It be the delivery. It's just the delivery. I mean, if he feel the way he felt about even when he was crying with the whole kid situation, he was right in the situation, but everybody played him because of how he went about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some stuff can be private. You ain't got that. You can dispute mama or whatever the case may be. Do it in the right way, which is in the court, not on social media, not in front of your followers. Blase. Like, it makes sense now. Even when the whole movie situation going on with him and he reacted the way he did, was he wrong? No, but you went all the way to the left. Like, we got to be more careful, people. We got to be more careful.
And I ain't saying don't post it on social media because I like to see stuff
what?
like that.
I can't.
But I also feel like sometimes whenever people post it on social media, they can get a better understanding of that situation. You'd be like, you know what? I am stupid. I am wrong. I probably could have handled that better. But keep posting y'all stuff because I like to see
Don't
that
do it,
y'all.
Don't do it. Tell your therapy. Go to your therapy. Talk to your lady or your gentleman.
Sometimes we are the therapists.
Not some of these toxic people on this internet. No, because it's gonna go all the way left, all the way right. You'd be like somebody done stabbed somebody. You should have stabbed them. No, that is not the answer.
It depends on the situation.
Vern said she is the status quo in some people's eyes, but she needs to understand that someone may have been going through, but because of her comments, they did not get their breakthrough. And that's facts. I mean, they even showed she talking about the hat and people being ugly. And then the girl actually standing right behind her, got a dang hat on.
The cameraman, that's who pissed me off at that point. Why did you go to her? Because baby was beautiful. So I don't understand why you went to her to try to make it look like she was ugly. Sir, are you upset?
That she just happened to be near with a hat on. That's all that was.
Were you upset because she didn't give you play? So you wanted to show her?
See, that's why you can't put that on the internet right there. People gonna read something into it.
We sure is. Because I'm trying to figure out why you went straight to her.
Because she was literally standing behind her with a hat on.
But she wasn't ugly.
That wasn't the point. The point was she was calling people out with a hat because you got a hat on. Like, oh. I mean, I see it both ways. I mean, he should have put the camera on her. Don't get me wrong. But she was literally, he probably was sick of that church too. But he had no choice because they was paying him. And she's offending somebody standing right behind her.
Child, I can't. I'm just, this is why Christian people, I just want y'all to know that this is why people don't go to church. Because y'all be rude and then y'all try to say, oh, that was the Lord. No, that wasn't the Lord, baby. The Lord don't do that. The Lord don't do that. And also, whenever you look for qualities in a friend or a mate, it doesn't matter if they live in a trailer park or live in a mansion, because you can live in a mansion and be rude and be mean and be the devil. It doesn't, the financial thing is what really lost me with her. It was all about finances. It wasn't about the core somebody's heart and mind and all that kind of stuff. Baby, we all one paycheck away from being poor.
I'm claiming that on my life. No, I'm just playing. No, she was just talking out the side of her neck because she went from that to saying I ain't as expensive as y'all think I am. But then also, I mean, she was literally just rambling for no reason. Like I said, it sounded like to me that her and Pastor and whoever had a big conversation in the back, and she brought all that tension up front, and she should have just shut up, said a little positive remarks, and sang on, sat down somewhere. What it sounded like to me. So I blame her. I blame the church. If they got that pastor doing that on every Sunday, every other Sunday, why he still there? Why he in leadership? Like, I blame it all. But she did put out, well, it came out later that this was not her, but an apology did come out of her statement, whatnot. And,
girl, you could have kept that apology. So go ahead and read it.
It says, as a kingdom citizen and a woman of integrity, I can acknowledge that some of my words, even if said in jest, can be offensive. My intention is never to hurt anyone, but to spread love, laughter, and more importantly, the gift which God has given me in song. If anyone was offended, I can sincerely say I apologize. With that being said, the irony in this is that those who are criticizing my statement are displaying the very thing that they have accused me of. However, it's not been humorous or in jest. My image has been used in multiple places, and false statements and narratives have been created. The punitive damages for some are quite lofty. Please be mindful of what is both written and said via video about me, especially if it contains untruths. Slander and defamation are not taken lightly, especially if it affects my name, image, or brand. Those pages wherein vile comments and false narratives have been created, have been noted, reported, and hopefully silenced. Again, I will apologize if anyone thought that my humor was malicious, but I will not under any circumstance tolerate harassment, slander, or for my character to be defamed. Best to all. What you think about it? What part you like?
I ain't like none of that. And then whenever I found out that the lawyer was the one that wrote it, that made me not like it even more. Because why are you upset that people are upset at what you said? Ma'am, what you said was wrong. And now you want to try to sue people. Because most of your fans is probably not even in your tax bracket. So half of your fans is probably in the same situations that you were sitting up there talking about. And now they feel some type of way. And now you want to sue them because they feel some type of way about what you said that was completely 100% wrong.
Right.
Because that doesn't make a friend. That doesn't make a person a good person just because they got money and all that kind of stuff. Child,
Right.
You could have took that apology and put it in the toilet and flushed it. Don't nobody want to hear that mess.
I mean, but that's what people got to understand it too. And you would think celebrities or people in the limelight will understand this, but you can only control how you act. You can't control how somebody react. So it's like, if you gonna say something off the wall, then be ready for something off the wall to happen. Right. You can't say something off the wall and think people gonna be like, oh, okay, because it's Kim Burrell. No, if it's wrong, it's wrong.
She's
so
in
you
church
mad?
every Sunday.
You know what? Don't do that. I'm in church every Sunday unless I'm sick or out of town. Don't do that. He's still working on me too, but I know better than to talk like that too. And I ain't even famous at all. The Lord be if the Lord be telling me to shut up, I know He got to be telling y'all. Maybe not. Maybe they ain't tapped in at all. Maybe they don't even. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know. But He sure be telling me, shut up. He be telling me to walk away.
You still be talking left. Sometimes,
honey. It's the stage left. I might be mumbling on the way out the left. But He sure tell me. Okay. Oh man, and then after that, I think that happened a couple of days ago, and then now she came out with a video apology, and I wanted to play.
Hello, everybody. This is Kim Burrell. I'm sorry. I mean it. I mean that. Not from the letter, from my heart. I released a letter 2 days ago. It did not convey right at all. And I must tell you this. It was from an attorney that asked me to do it because the latter part, y'all know I know, it was offensive. It should have been. It was not my intent for it to be, but it was her wording to say they need to be aware because of the person you are and that. I said, nah. My friends called me and said, no, there are still people who are hurt from the part of them that they love about you. Come back. That's not the only reason I came back, because I still said, come on, but they didn't feel my heart. I came back because I do love you. This ain't about dates. This ain't about keeping my career. This is about keeping the love real. I love you guys so much. And I'm really, truly sorry. I did not want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't plan on hurting you. And I pray that you will heal from this. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I love you. Wait and see. I do.
You look like F you. You don't think that was sincere? You don't think?
No. I feel like she's just trying to save face at this point.
Yeah. Because
she thought that letter was going to do what it was supposed to do, and it didn't. People still was upset, and now she trying to put out this sincere apology, but it still doesn't sound sincere. And I'm not a person that even went through the things that she said that she was talking about. But baby, church hurts, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those people that is going through what you was up there talking about is not okay with that apology, that letter that your lawyer sent out allegedly. Like, ma'am, no.
Yeah.
Get back to the lower income communities. Get back to the trailer parks. Get back to kids that that go to low income schools that don't get the funding that they're supposed to get. Like, you're gonna have to do some footwork to make this right. And you're going to have to sincerely mean it. You ain't going to have to be out there. You can't be out there and be like Rosita and be slapping at kids. No, baby. You're going to have to hug every child out there. You're going to have to hug every child out there, because neither one of those apologies was sincere. She just released a song. She just went that
may
song.
Be the whole thing. She may be doing that Kanye West marketing.
Girl.
Hey, it be working in his favor. Even though he be looking crazy than the mother.
It was fake hair on her head, Vern. She
always had fake hair.
But you, baby. And the hair don't even look that good. You out here talking about people money. Get some better hair, ma'am.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. I don't even know what I was about to say. You said it was my whole thought. I guess the problem is if this ain't your first offense, you know, in the public eye, this is the second or the third. It's like, even if she meant the apology, it's not going to be received at this point because sorries don't make up for every. It's got to be action. It's got to be sincere action, sincere change. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to have human moments. I say that all the time because I know that people just assume as soon as you say, I'm saved and I'm giving my life to Christ and I'm just going to be this great person. And that's not how life works. So I'm not saying that you're not going to have human moments. I'm not going to say you're not going to make mistakes. But it's like, but as long as you've been in the public eye, as long as you've been a celebrity, been a singer, been in ministry, at what point are you actually learning? You're not. You just doing the same stuff and keep saying sorry and think we're just supposed to be like, oh, okay. God forgives folk. God died on the cross. We didn't. We ain't gonna be here forgiven as many times as God is.
Yeah. Look,
get your life right.
Look, speak.
That's why he is God and that's why I am not. Okay. Get your life. You going to, your words and your actions going to have to start lining up. All them sorries ain't sorry. Lord, he said I'm gonna send her one of Anita's cards for as a mop. He said mop needs some help. I'm done. We over here talking about words and actions, Vern. Words and actions, okay?
Vern said the Lord ain't done with him yet.
Keep on. She's gonna be suing you. You gonna be next. Keep on.
Wait, Vern, I got you a lawyer. Go ahead. If she send you a cease and desist, we got a lawyer, baby. Because we ain't said nothing wrong yet.
Look, yeah. Gonna put the yet on it. I ain't saying nothing wrong yet.
I just want to say that everything I said is allegedly.
Yeah.
Alleged. Even if it's true, allegedly.
Speaking of saying things wrong, I want to see if you feel like what TD Jake said in this video is wrong.
We are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning.
What you feel about it?
I agreed until he got to...
I was about to say I'm kind of 50-50 on it, actually. Surprisingly. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but go ahead.
So I agree to an extent that women are having to be more masculine. The reason why we're having to be more masculine is because men are not stepping up when they need to step up. It's hard for women to turn off their masculinity, if that's what we want to call it. I just feel like taking care of the household. It's kind of hard to turn off that whenever you meet somebody that can possibly do that. But I don't know if you're really going to do that. You can still be talking that game. So why am I going to stop paying my rent or putting gas in my car, taking out the trash, buying my cars, buying my house? Why am I going to stop because you came and talked a good game? I'm not going to stop I'm not going to stop just because you said you can do it. If you said that you can do it, do it.
Right.
Men are not doing it. They talk a whole big game about what they can do and don't do it. If you do it, then I can turn all this off, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I can turn all this off. Be a good stay-at-home wife, if that's what you want.
Okay, so I agree and I disagree kind of equally. Number one, I don't think nobody is raising women to be men. I want to be that. I want to
Oh
make
yeah,
that
I
clear.
didn't.
I want to make
No, I
that
think
clear.
men that. I, yeah, I don't think nobody is raising
Yeah.
me.
I
Yeah,
don't think
okay,
nobody
yeah.
is raising. I think people are raising their women to be more independent, and I think they mix that as trying to be the man. But like Chad said, it's I ain't saying that no men don't reach the bar. I mean, I'm in a marriage and my husband, he does what he needs to do to be the man of our relationship. But I'm saying there is way more stories, there's way more relationships, there are way more stuff that we hear where the man is not doing what they need to do. Some of it is just because they just don't want to have the responsibility of it. Some of it is just because they don't have the tools. They never been taught to be. They won't go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is it's a lot of factors that make this true. But in that regard, that's why we are being raised to be independent. Because guess what? Life goes on. When you have these kids, they're gonna breathe and live and wake up every morning, whether both parents is ready or not. So you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
So I don't agree to an extent that women are being raised to be men. But I do understand why men could not feel supported if that's all you spit out your mouth is that I don't need you. Everybody needs somebody for
Nah.
something. It may not be for finances. You may not need him to pay a bill, but you need him. You can't. But when you laying in the bed that night, you got all your bills paid, but you lonely. You ain't got nobody to hold you.
But
Everybody
then
needs
if she said
somebody
need you
for
just for sex, then
something.
she's a hoe.
But why does it have to be categorized? I need you and you need me. Period. Why does it have to be? Because some women may not want a man for their money. Some women may only want a man for their companionship, and that's okay.
Right.
It's like, why do we have to categorize what a man is supposed to supply and what a woman's supposed to supply? I don't agree with saying that people don't need men need women and women need men, and we can sit here and lie to ourselves all we want, but we need them for something. We need them for something. So I don't agree. I don't agree with women throwing out. If you got to tell a man all the time that you don't need him, then why you got him? Don't be mad at him because he's dropping a ball, but then you keeping him.
I ain't keeping him.
But I'm saying that's what makes that's why it's so hard for women to make an argument sometimes, because we are more known. I ain't saying men don't do it, so don't say I'm bashing one or the other, but women are way more known for keeping somebody when we don't need them.
So can I just ask a question? Because I feel like he said come home, which means that this is probably somebody that lives together or is married.
Right.
Why are y'all staying married or in
That's
the house
the
with
point.
women that's coming home saying these things to you? A lot of women that are single because they don't necessarily need the men to do all of these other things that need to be done. And they know that the men is not some of the men is not gonna bring in the other stuff that they may need. But then you got people that's in relationships. I feel like I just fucked that up, messed that all up. But anyway,
I was trying
it's
to
people
follow.
living with people.
Either on both sides. What I'm getting from it on both sides is wrong. Maybe she coming to you, coming home saying I don't need you. Why is she in it? But also you're allowing her to come home.
Yeah. So why are you staying there?
And staying it? Why are you staying? Like it's wrong on both sides.
Right.
It's wrong on both sides.
Go back to your mama, baby.
But also some of it is just like the girl said earlier in the mom post. Some of it is trauma. Some of it is that's when sometimes we say stuff as hurt people just as an automatic response. She may don't feel that way, but that's her defense mechanism when you tripping, and because she working too hard, or because she put in too many hours, or because she want to move up the corporate ladder, as her being too busy and she ain't making enough time for the family, and you complaining and complaining and complaining, and her defense mechanism is, well, I don't need you anyway, and she may not even feel that way. Some of that is just trauma.
And what Tiara just said.
You ain't dealt with your demons. You ain't dealt with them skeletons in your closet. You ain't dealt with that parental trauma that's been put in your life, and people just say dumb stuff. So I feel like some of that is a lot. Tierra said, I disagree a lot. Money doesn't equal masculinity. Paying bills doesn't either. And if he's saying it does, that leaves a lot of men feeling exactly as he stated. It's too narrow. I agree with that. I personally, and I said it a million times, people need to stop focusing on what they think a man and a woman's relationship is supposed to look like and need to focus on what they need in the relationship.
And just because a woman may make more money than a man doesn't mean that he's not masculine. If you are still doing what you're supposed to do in this household, then you're still the man of the house. So
Right.
I don't understand. I feel like that comes from a place where that statement comes from a place of men that is not doing what they're supposed to do. And then they feel in some type of way. Because even if I can buy my own house, I can buy my own car. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up now because you're not doing everything else you're supposed to do.
Right. And what I like I said, I agree with what he said to an extent, but the problem that I have is that we have too many people in the world preaching that side of it, but you're not preaching the fact that men is dropping the ball as well. That's my 100%. Problem. I think we both men and women is dropping the ball on this stuff, on this relationship stuff. Let's just be real. Both of us out here swimming with no swim trunks, no life raft, no whistle, no nothing. We just out here.
I'm always shooting threes like Steph, baby. I'm out here like Curry.
We just out here, you know what I'm saying? So I just want us to be real on both sides of it. Quit trying to make it so one-sided. If he would have did that and then said, but on the flip side, men need to do this, I'd have been like, okay.
Oh, he might have did. We didn't listen. We didn't look at the whole video.
This is true. If anybody wants, for some reason, I feel like that ain't the case. But if it is, please send it to us so we can, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times people just, that's one thing I do try to be. I try to be both sided now. Don't get me wrong, I'm a woman and I got my point of view. And sometimes it's going to seem like I'm male bashed because that's my experience. Okay? But I do try to see both sides of the coin. I do try to see both sides of the coins. And I just wish everybody would do that in everything, in church, in work, in relationships, in life, when they're raising these kids, all of it. Like, we got to stop being so focused, one viewed, one way. You know, this is 2022. Life is way too complicated to be so single-minded. It's way
gas
too complicated.
Is too expensive. Rent is expensive. We can't buy houses because these people keep coming in, buying up the houses and want to shoot up the rent 85%. Life is rough, baby, for everybody. Unless you are rich. It's rough out here.
They still got their problems too. They still got their problems. They ain't paying their taxes and going to jail. Everybody got their problems. I'm just saying, life be lifing in these streets. Okay. Tara said, I would love to hear more from men on what masculinity is outside of being a provider. Facts. Are they a man before they have a family? Is masculinity so fragile that it can be taken away or gained by a woman with a good job?
Ooh,
that's a whole word right there.
They ain't gonna speak on that. They be like, I provide. That's what do you provide?
World.
What do you provide?
But I agree. Like, every time we think of a masculine man, it's automatically thought in the head of a lot of folks. He's the financial provider. He pays most of the bills. He's the hard worker. He's blah, blah. This is 2022. That's no longer the case.
Right.
People is equal in these streets. So why are we trying to?
Equal. You're pushing it, baby.
Responsible, mature adults are living a more equal life in these streets. Let me be clear. Now, some folks out there still ain't late. They gained their maturity level, but a lot of us is responsible and equal adults at this point in 2022. Okay,
I ain't making no promises. I can help pay some bills, baby.
So it's time to redefine relationships and what that looks like. And it's time to define it in the way that you need it. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. What might work for Sammy Sue ain't gonna work for you.
Okay. Rhyming. She just spitting.
I'm a woman. I don't really care. A man can make the same amount of money as me or a little less if they need to. I'd rather you pull up your weight and we split this life and stuff together. Let's both clean the house. Let's both raise these kids. Let's both, you know what I'm saying, think about lifelong goals. I ain't got time. Let's part. I want a partner, and that's what I got. Thank you. I want a partner. Ain't nobody got time to be out here just trying to. You know, on TikTok the other day, I seen that they got a whole website now where you can just date millionaires. Started to send it to you and Tierra, but it's a whole thing.
Wait a minute.
Never mind. That's all.
Not that I want a millionaire. Send me this because I'm interested.
But I'm like, now we got a whole app that we can just find rich folk.
They probably all scammers.
They probably
all scammers.
This girl showed her whole date and how he sent her Uber and it was black Uber and they went out on a date and he ordered everything on the menu and he cashed out at the end of the date. It was a whole thing. I'm like, that ain't real life. But anywho, said again, like Chastity B stated, it is foolishness such as this that has gotten folks not coming to church because of preachers preaching to edify themselves instead of God. I mean, that's facts. That's facts. These churches got to get it together. You got to get it. Everybody got to get it together. Everybody got to get it. Oh man, well that's an hour and 6 minutes. We had one more story, but we can save it for next week. We made it through most of them though. Look at us. We say the last story for next week. Any closing remarks? What's your benediction?
My benediction is I am sick and tired. Burrell said no, go ahead with it.
You want to go with it?
What is it?
The story about the man suing the woman? I mean, the woman suing the man?
Well, I got to take a break for like 2 minutes, but we can go ahead with it.
2 minutes is a long time.
Okay, 1 minute and 30 seconds.
You got
so we can go ahead with it.
4 minutes. 1.4. Hurry up. Oh, she said, tell us about the play again before. I can do that. Then you should be back by the time I finish this. So me and Chas is in the play. All I'm doing, she made it sound like I'm in the play too. But all I'm doing is singing in the beginning. But there's a play that's going to be in Burlington, and it's called Guns of Ava. It's the Ken Dula story. It's actually really good. I've been at the rehearsals. It's a really great storyline. But it's going to be at the Paramount Theater on August the 6th. On August the 6th. Please get your tickets. They are $20 if you purchase at the show. What says 25 online? Oh, 25 online, 20 purchase at the show. Oh, that's for the fireside. Let's see. I'm fired, y'all. I'm fired already. All right. Ticket play pricing is $25 online and at the door. And then if you join the fireside chat, which is going to have Jay Hunter and Monica Benton, is $20 as well, both $40. And Jay Hunter is the actor on Loving You Is Wrong. And I might be wrong, but I think they're gonna let us interview him while we there. So y'all make sure y'all tune in today. But that's gonna be at the Paramount Theater, August the 6th at 6:00. So please come support. Please.
You can pay for your fireside chat at the theater. You can't buy that ticket online. You have to pay for it at the theater. So bring cash.
Okay. Cash. It's cash only. All right.
I mean, I have my Cash App, so I can just have the Cash App and send it to Brenda. But Cash App or cash.
Cash App, okay. And is it we still gonna get the interview him?
Let me double check, but okay, I think so.
Maybe or maybe not. But anywho,
I think we will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check.
Yeah. We'll go ahead. All right. So the last story is about a woman who is suing a man for $10,000.
I can't stand for her.
What do you say? I don't like him already. Is 10% going? You know what? I'm going. I'm not. A woman, I'm moving on, is suing a man $10,000 for standing her up on a date, stating that he lied.
Oh, he stood her up.
He stood her up.
What did I miss that?
I actually had to look up another story as well to go along with what you sent me because I was trying to figure out why she was suing him, and that's what it says.
Oh, okay.
I was like, because all this stuff post that you showed said just was showing the video, which is ratchet as mud. Y'all need to go watch it if you haven't, Lord Jesus, because it's over
We're
Zoom.
gonna post it,
and then we'll post it. And the judge was just through with her at the 10 seconds in. 10 seconds in. But anywho. So she said after it says after getting stood up, she finally got her date, but it was in court. So she's suing a man for $10,000 for standing her up and said that it caused her emotional distress. I think is what it says, or emotional something, some kind of emotional distress. And they went to a virtual hearing. And after she already suing this man for standing her up and causing her emotional stress, and I think she even put in the docket somewhere along, and it happened around the time that her mom died, so she tied both together, and between the two, it was all, oh my God.
I didn't see all that.
I'm gonna put allegedly, but that's what I read. Allegedly, he stood up, then her mama died, and it just took her out. Okay,
yeah.
And she should have put $10,000. So what also makes it interesting is that she went to court. She filed it in the wrong court. Got mad at the judge for and taking the words and stuff he was saying out of context, and then also tagged onto it that she was suing for, what's it called when you lie in court? I'm sorry, my mind.
Perjury.
That she was suing for perjury, which technically he did not perjure. I think he just said that whatever that's in the docket for what happened in the case, he's saying that it ain't true, but he said it outside of the court. And perjury is when you lie under oath. And the judge kept trying to tell her it's not perjury because he didn't say it on the oath. No, I know what perjury is. That's when you lie. Like, no, it's not. And she kept going back and forth. And then he tried to tell her that she should have did it on the circuit court and not of how she filed it. And she took that as, well, you said it was a criminal offense. He never said that. I don't know where she got that from.
I went back. I rewinded it back because I was like, he didn't say that, but
he did not say it. So yeah, they went back and forth, and then she kept saying she was done with it, saying, "Are you done? Are you done?" What made it even worse is that he told the little woman that helps on the side to mute her, and then he said, "All right, now unmute her." And then she had to stop and say, "Let me tell you how Zoom works. Once you mute somebody, you can't unmute her. They have to unmute themselves."
It was like, she was like, she's not even listening. She's not even paying attention. She won't even unmute herself.
The whole time. I mean, it was just ratchet. If y'all haven't seen the video, like I said, we'll post it. But what else I thought was interesting, in my opinion, was he told he asked the guy that was in the case, do you have somebody to defend you? Blase. Vern Steeler, do you have somebody to defend you? Blase. He was like, no, because I thought this was and it would get thrown out. He told the man at that time, well, you can make a motion to have it dismissed. And the man, I was like, that was your cue. All right, I want to make this argument be dismissed. He just kept sitting there. So then the ratchetness just go on and blase, and then he ended up sending it to the circuit court or whatnot. What also was interesting to me, and then I'm gonna let Chastity talk, is that this ain't the first time she done tried to sue people.
What? Wait, go ahead. That story that got better.
If I remember correctly, I'm gonna try to find it. She has tried to sue the police state. Oh, here you go. She in 2020, she sued the Flint Police Department for $300 million, and she also filed a suit against AT&T, but all of them have been dismissed. It don't say what she sued them for. It just said that this is like the third or fourth case that she does try to sue people.
Man.
So anyway, with all that good information, how you feel about it?
Ma'am, so she's trying to do some WPS, but she ain't doing it right. So, ma'am, I'm gonna need for you to step it up and do it right, because I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you about the suing the people, because they be out there making money off of stuff. And I be like, that right there was stupid to sue somebody for, but they be making money off of it, so I ain't mad at you.
I mean, somebody
However,
want a whole suit or gets McDonald's for wasting hot coffee on himself. I mean, it don't. You know, coffee hot. Don't do that. But anyway, go ahead.
They didn't put the warning label.
I'm done. Go ahead.
But if she gets some money for this bad date, best believe BLK and Tinder dates, I'm coming after every single one of you.
I am done. What made it so bad to me is originally when I seen the story that you sent, I'm like, dang, what he doing today that was so bad? But they never went on a date.
And that's what I kept trying to. I was hoping they was gonna get to it in the Zoom. I didn't realize they never got on the date. That is crazy.
Which there's got to be some more to the story because supposedly it's something that has had or said or some kind of letter. She kept mentioning a letter or something. I don't know. It's some more stuff to it that we don't know. But the fact remains, you suing somebody for. If we could sue people for standing us up, boy, it'd be a lot of court days.
Forget the standing up. It's going out on a date with a crackhead, baby. Try to match that fly, honey. Doggone it. If she wins her $10,000 for getting stood up, I need $10,000 for going out with a crackhead.
No way she gonna win that. Ain't no way. You might win before she wins. Your case is a little more valid than hers. Like,
stuff like Judge, I got under the hair dryer, which means I almost compromised the curls of my pattern.
I'm done.
Under this hair dryer to go out on this date with this man. I deserve my $10,000. I let these babies hang out that night.
I might even see it if she was suing for all the money she spent for the day. I might even see that. I spent $200 on a dress, which is kind of extra, but it can happen. I spent, $40 on the babysitter to keep my kids for the night. You know what I'm saying? I missed a whole shift and had somebody else work for me. I might see that a little bit. $10,000 ever.
She need punitive damages.
No.
Perjury.
I'm dead.
I promise you, if she win, I'm suing. I'm gonna sue my baby daddy too.
You said you was gonna be a father. You ain't been no father.
I'm suing everybody.
Everything.
Daddy, you might be in the running too. Damn it.
We might open up some. You know how many jobs, no call, no show. They're gonna be suing employees out here. You didn't show up for your shift, so we lost that.
Ooh, wait. McDonald's, I love y'all. I'm coming get y'all. Child, they put me on them fries, and I was like, I don't like oil popping up on me, baby. This is my last day.
At the window. They had me at the window.
I started off as a cashier. Then they moved me to the fries. This ain't it, baby.
You must couldn't count or something. You didn't count the
I was counting. They said they needed me to learn everything. Look, I sound like a preacher. I was counting.
She gave Betsy 2 quarters instead of 1. That's why they put on the fries.
I'm good at math. I ain't good at frying.
Vern said she needed money to pay for them birds. You know
what?
Can he say it? I can't even say it. Burial is I can't. Money, I kid you not. That might be it, but that might man didn't know what he was getting himself into. He didn't.
But whenever she was suing everybody else, she didn't need burial money. She was just trying to be rich.
To make a quick buck, and they made sure they put in there that she was unemployed. That was an unemployed woman. Like, dang, go.
Wait, I missed all of that.
You missed it. I had to Google it because the story that you sent me had too many holes, and I'm like, what's she suing for? What happened? What happened on the date? I was asking all these questions. Yeah,
I didn't even read it. I just looked at the Zoom and I was tickled as hell.
Well, also was just ridiculous about this. I didn't even know they was doing the Zoom court. I didn't even know that was a thing. But what was also funny about it is that she wasn't even sitting still to do it. She walking around wherever stores, got her face, got her ear. All you see is her ear in the side of her glasses in the Zoom. I'm like, this is some black stuff. I'm sorry to make it about race, but that's some black stuff.
No, it's just ghetto. That's just ghetto.
It must be a requirement. You had to be on camera or something. At least set in your car or something.
Ghetto.
She over there in the Ross. No, I don't know what she was. She in City Trends, Fashion for Less, buying a whole dress. During the court days.
Looking for a dress because she's like, I know I'm gonna win this money. I'm gonna win this 10,000. We about to go out tonight, girls. Get your good dress. And she up in Ross looking, baby.
I am done. And the judge had also asked, is this supposed to be a jury case? And then somebody had put in the comments, you know it ain't no jury case, so that thing would have been thrown out. And I wish the jury would have seen it. Thrown. I just wish the man would have made a motion, but he probably didn't know how to make a motion.
Listen,
this is the time representation.
I would have loved to get a jury duty notice and been on that jury.
Right. I'd have been I was about to say I'd have been in there laughing. That'd have put me straight out. I would have been like,
jury 6, do you find something funny? Yes, sir, I do. I find a lot funny.
I do not know how to control this. Literally, somebody just said to me yesterday in the Zoom chat, fix your face. Okay. Literally. Because I was like, fired. Okay. Look, Vern, talking about think about what it is.
Think about what is the average cost of a funeral and think about that amount. You know what? That do make sense, Vern. That do make sense.
You might be on to something.
Y'all
what is the lesson what is the lesson we have learned? Please make sure we have a burial. I cannot talk policy. Lord Jesus. No.
Award her the money so mama can rest in peace.
He ain't got nothing to do with mama. He don't even know mama. He ain't even met her. Well, I don't know that. Maybe they met in public. I don't know the beginning of the story, so let me be clear. But
I'm curious to know. Baby, honey, if you want to come on here and talk about your story, let us know.
Please come on to the Occasionally Pirates. We'll have you right on.
I ain't gonna laugh in your face.
Oh, hold up. Who you asking to be on, her or him?
Hell, both of them.
Oh,
I'm still gonna laugh.
Oh, no.
Way.
I don't want her. You can come on, gentlemen. You can leave her where she at. She ain't gonna be there talking about, I ain't stupid. Don't be trying to treat me like I'm stupid. I know exactly what it is. Perjury is lying.
I'll be like this, Sunshine. Mute her. Get out.
Oh, God. Oh, it was so ratchet. I'm like, I just don't understand people. If you're gonna be conniving and try to sue folks, at least be smart and conniving. Don't be dumb.
Exactly.
I know exactly what perjury is.
No, baby, you don't. Because that was a perjury.
I got the evidence. You ain't gonna tell me he didn't lie. I got the evidence. That's not what perjury is.
Look, while she was talking, I was like, wait a minute, did I misinterpret perjury? I'm over there Googling what is perjury. I was like, okay, it is what I thought that it was.
And then put words in his mouth talking about you said it was a criminal case. He never said that. He literally said it's circuit court. It's supposed to go to circuit court. And then she gonna end up having to pay the man for the court costs because she found it in the wrong court. He was like, you ready to pay the court costs since you found it? Well, I didn't know I found it in the wrong court. Blah, blah, blah. That's why you need representation. This is why they tell you to get a lawyer. Because you out here looking stupid. If you'd have got a lawyer, you would have never made a case in the first place because they'd have told you it was stupid.
Wait, they might have told her that it was okay. And if it is okay, somebody please let me know because I want to take a crackhead to court. I gotta find his number. Because I done blocked him and erased him, but I will find it.
So if y'all know any lawyers out there that can help Chance sue this crackhead from 10 years ago, you let us know.
10 years ago.
He gonna be in the court case talking about I showed her the sign. She just didn't listen. I showed her.
No,
what man did he keep sniffling? He told me it was his allergies.
Okay, he told me it was his allergies. Damn it, I got allergies, so I wasn't too concerned. But then whenever he sneezed 17 times and then did 84 sniffs, I was concerned.
Hey, when you showed up to the date and he said, "Can my friend come in on the date?" That was just your sign to leave right then.
I should have went home.
That was your sign.
I was desperate, y'all. I was sick of my friends. Sunshine out here married. Cole, I think she was married at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Jocelyn was hoeing with her friend. with her boo. Mm-hmm. Nikki had hit her boo. Everybody had somebody. I just wanted to go out on a date. I just wanted to be loved.
You just turned depressed. Let us cheer us up. Brian said, "I'm so glad to be back as I have missed y'all in the he came in with the telecast. I mean, I guess that's what it is, but it's funny." And then he said, "Test instead of those COVID kids."
Here, can you pee in this cup, sir? Can you just go in the bathroom and pee in this cup? It's okay if it's weed. That's fine. I need you to pee in the cup.
Can you get the drug test where you just pull the hair? Or is that only for the high ups? That way you can drug them, they don't know it. Well,
like, I just love your hair. He was like, ooh. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It was a little roach in your head. Drop it in the tube and be like, oh, okay, that's just marijuana. We good.
I'm good. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Occasional Posh. I'm not messing with her. If you haven't done so already, please share this. Share. And share again. And then share one more time. Okay. Also, if you want to give a little something to our podcast, because this stuff ain't free, you can hit us up at our Cash App, $occasionally Posh. I'm about to say you on my screen, you all off because it's way over here. She tried though. She's trying to be Vanna Black.
Maybe I need to do this right now.
I see you trying to be Vanna Black. Also, if you got any topics in mind, this week I dropped, hey, y'all got any topics idea? And we got a lot. So we appreciate that so much. We love for you guys to give us your ideas and your thoughts and tell us what's going on. So you can always inbox us at Occasionally Posh on our Facebook or Instagram. You can also always inbox either me or Chassie B, or you can email us at occasionallyposh@gmail.com. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Look, he said between y'all and these housewives on TV, I am done. Nice to oblige. Oh God, there'll be something. Anywho, thank y'all. We see y'all guys next week. Bye. Bye.